Hello, it's me, Type 1, the fellow who's been avoiding his responsibilities for far too long now. And I would like to welcome you back to our Minecraft Let's Play world. As you can see already, there have been a few changes since the last time we were together here. And we're going to run through those before we get started on today's project. So, first things first, I have Litematica on. Oops. We've kind of changed the whole entire layout of our, whole entire place. As you can see, the breeder has moved over here. The villager breeder, it's been shuffled. We have corralled all the villagers, all our traders, into one area. What else have we done? I can't remember if I showed y'all the horse stables here last time. I can't recall. We've got all of our animals organized now. Everybody's in one long strip here, all nice and cozy. And our house is gone. It's just gone. It's flat out, poof, gone. We now have ourselves this wonderful little storage area. I did this in kind of a industrial brutalist style. I had some lava down there the other day. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll fix that later. Good to know, though. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, fully organized. We got our plants, stone, food, or redstone, which is barren pretty much. We got some decoration blocks. We got our miscellaneous stuff, our armor, weapons, tools, mob drops, wood. Just the usual junk, but it's all nice and organized in here. We got some extra allays here because all the ones in the XP farm mysteriously died for some reason. I still haven't figured out why that happened. But we have these two backups here, and the farm is... I did have enough to get it going. Okay, this keeps happening. I don't know why. I don't know why they just randomly die. But whatever, we got a better XP farm now. It's fine. I'll show you all in a minute. So down here, we have installed our netherwort farm and our potion area. Oh shoot, I forgot to put the water back here. I've been doing things and forgetting to undo these things for 1,000,000 years, apparently. Yeah, just little things that I've been tinkering with. I had to remove the water because I had a villager. It was I think he was a tanner or whatever, the leather worker, and he refused to ditch his job. I moved him like 300 blocks away from the next nearest village to here, and he just would not give up his job. I couldn't find the source. I thought maybe he was after the water here as some kind of source thing, but I don't know. It might have just been a bug. He forgot that job eventually, so that's all that matters. And down here we moved our enchanting area into this kind of little mystically area. Ooh, it's all pretty and spooky down here. Very nice, very nice. I really like the plain stone block. This is honestly kind of an underrated block in my opinion. Like, it is just like, as far as all the gray blocks go, it's just a solid palette. It's nice. You know, it's not too harsh to look at. It goes well with pretty much all the other gray blocks. I mean, it's just all around, it's just solid. I like it a lot. Nether portal, nothing's changed on the nether side. Still spits us out in the same place. And as you might notice, we have moved our house from the top of the cherry hill up yonder down to here with the magical powers of Litematica, so I knew exactly where everything went. And then we stuck all of our animals inside, and there's a slight change to the house. There's a lightning rod on top because I came back from an AFK session and one of my cats got hit by lightning. So animals live inside. There are now lightning rods on top of the house, and let's see if we can see it from here, on top of the Dark Souls area, so that way Mr. Sticky and Sentry Egg over there also don't get fried. But yeah, it's the same house that we built together forever ago. Close that up. This here is a fun little AFK stone mining thing. Basically, it just works as... Here, I can show you the guts of it. It's got, water. It's got lava. It do the thing. Whoa, look at that. Stone. If you hit F3 and T at the same time, it reloads your... it's either your textures or your resource packs. But if you're holding down whatever button you use for mine, you just get stuck doing that animation. So I've been able to AFK here and get just a ton of stone. Because we're going to need a lot of stone for our upcoming build here. Same with this thing, is just a traditional moss farm. It's nothing special. I mean, I'm not going to say it's nothing special. I'm not allowed to say it's nothing special because I could never build something like this on my own in a million years. It's a fantastic and wonderful machine, but as far as I can tell, it's just pretty standard as far as moss farms go. But it is extremely good. I am very happy with the results this thing has put out. I mean, we got a bunch of moss chunks. It looks a little empty right now because I've used a lot of the moss. You'll see why. But that's that. And then, out of necessity, we finally built an iron farm. Oh my goodness, look, we're rich. We don't have to worry about one of the most basic resources anymore. And here comes a guy now. I love cooking innocent bystanders. Or it's bystanders, isn't it? I don't know how to speak the English language, even though it is my spoken tongue. Dude, it is totally nighttime. It is totally... Okay, whatever. By the time we make it to our other bed up here. Oh yeah, I don't know if I ever showed you all this. So between the Wither fight we did on stream for the 100 sub special and all the gold blocks that we pillaged during our netherite gathering, like actually in the prehistoric times, we had enough stuff to get a beacon, a big fat haste tube beacon, and I adore this thing. This is one of the best things we have. I mean, I've had beacons in the past before. It's not like it's the first beacon I've ever made, but like, it's such a useful tool, dude. You really just can't go wrong with a good old-fashioned beacon. Boop. Go ahead and sleep off this nighttime. Come on, come on, come on. We got things to show off. This area is... I was originally going to put our mega base here, but our mega base has gone through a few iterations, and now this is just kind of a mining deposit area. Like, it's ugly and scarred up from my works. Though not, you know, it's not like a huge amount of stuff was done, but enough. Don't shoot me. Sir, you're committing crimes. Give me those bones. Sharp as oh no, that's from last night. Okay. Got this. This very nice power 2 punch 1 bow off a nice skeleton yesterday. Ho-ho. I tell you, this thing, like, the skeleton that dropped this bow did shoot me with it a singular time, and that punch... Like, it does wonders, dude. That thing, like, threw me back, like, freaking 6 blocks. I would have sworn it was punch 2, but... there's a big jagged gap in the earth. So, this is our project area. This is where we're gonna be working. Part of the reason that this whole thing was delayed so much is the fact that I am lazy and... I struggle with my mental health and work a full-time job outside of making silly videos for the internet, was I needed a conduit, and this thing cost Nautilus shells, and Nautilus shells are kind of annoying to get, so we built that, the freaking brick in the sky. I'll go up to that in just a second. I need to take out this trident, man. He is... Yeah. And give me your shell. I mean, all things like considered, in retrospect, I could have probably just wandered around this river here and farmed Nautilus shells easier, because they seem to be about a guaranteed drop if you have looting, but, you know, you do what you gotta do. I'm out of firework rockets again. I know, no shock. I need a creeper farm, blah, blah, blah. But we're gonna take the long trip up here. So how are y'all? Been, you know, living life. One day at a time, yeah, it's a long walk. We got ourselves boxed in here, but this is just a, as far as I can tell, once again, just like the moss farm, despite this thing being incredibly useful, it's just a bog standard drowned farm. I mean, it took forever to make, not even forever, it probably took less than 45 minutes. The video I watched about it had me do, like, the walls with the lava casting, which was just, like, genuinely genius. Incredible idea, which made this whole process a lot easier. But it was like, you need 68 buckets of lava, so that kind of led to the iron farm, which led to this, and honestly, dude, like I was saying with the, I still don't know where this chicken came from. I like to think there was like an aquatic chicken jockey or something. But yeah, as far as our old XP farm goes, I'm not entirely upset about it being broken again, because when this thing is packed, and if I leave this here for like 20 minutes, it will be packed, I get so many levels. It's actually disgusting how much XP this thing puts out whenever it's like fully up and running. Let me go drop off these goodies. We do have firework rockets. Okay, forgive me, I lied because I am stupid, not out of malicious intent, I promise you. I am just the world's most forgetful human being. Let's get our blocks put up. We have so much stuff in the stone chest. It's, like, not even funny, actually. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, no, not boop. Boop there. Arrows go in weapons. Flint goes in ores. Don't ask me why. This just felt like the best place. It was this or miscellaneous, and, like, I don't know, dude. That just felt like the place it needed to be. Got a bunch of Nautilus shells. We got a bow we're never going to use. I just realized I have 58 rotten flesh. I am going to have more rotten flesh than I know what to do with. Mojang, please, please, for the love of all that is good and cubicle, just release an update that makes rotten flesh useful, dude. I got 3 dogs that I don't use for anything, and I'm going to have more rotten flesh than freaking stars in the sky, dude. Like, what... Why does it still exist in its current state, dude? Let me make leather out of it. Let me make, like, leather nuggets. I don't care if I need 9 pieces of rotten flesh for 1 leather, okay? Like, at least then it'd be useful. At least then it would be useful. Hello, Mr. Cow. Or Mrs. Cow? They, them cow? They say that cows don't have genders in this game. Or any of the animals, really. They're kind of just whatever, so... But they could still reproduce despite lacking a set gender. Therefore, I like to think that they perform some level of osmosis and are just funny animal-shaped cells. Dude, you are not getting my carrots. Get away from me. You can't have these. Yeah, better run. These are mine. Get your own food source, you bum. Alright, so... I do have to break just, like, awful, terrible, no good, very bad news. A lot of this build we're going to start on today, it's going to be just a lot of digging and a lot of structure work. I mean, this is not a finished base by any means. I've not designed, like, the decoration parts of it or anything. This is bare bones, like, just the skeleton. Mostly because I wanted to do, like, the decorating with y'all, because I think we could squeeze a good few episodes out of it. It sounds like fun. I love this thing. This thing is so cool. I've actually never done a, conduit, that's the word for it. I've never used one of these before, but these are really cool. The fact that they kill mobs is, like, nice, I guess, but, like, it does not kill mobs very efficiently, so I'm kind of just, like, whatever on that part, but, like, you know, night vision and water breathing is sick, and also it makes really cool sounds and just looks really cool. Like, it's a cool decoration block as well, so, like, you know. Look at that dork over there. Look at him. He's just chilling at the bottom of the ocean. He thinks he's somebody. You better get on my sight, dillweed. Alright, so, this, just to explain how things are going to be here, as we finally, you know, we're almost over 14 minutes into the video, we're gonna finally start. There's a lot of catching up to do. I haven't seen y'all in a while. But this big cross section here, this is the base. Not like literally, but like this is the size of it. I had to measure it out to make sure I could fit it in this area, because I love how this area looks, and we're gonna have to tweak some things, unfortunately, but I think it's gonna work out pretty well. And yeah, this is gonna be big. I already had to reduce it by half size to fit it here, which admittedly was a good idea because, I mean, the sheer amount of blocks already, but it's gonna be like over 20,000 blocks just for the skeleton bit, so I think that ranges in the realm of mega build. I would argue, I would quantify even. This is really pretty over here. I never really noticed this area. Too busy flying all the time. Anyways, oh, what was I saying? What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, this is the size of the base. This is the very center where we'll be starting, like just straight down here. It's below the conduit now. I had to move this here. That spooked me. But yeah, it's just straight down here. This is gonna be where the like level 1, like the very floor level is. So we're gonna have to dig out like a lot of area. Which is why I'm gonna go grab our Litematica schematic, and then we can get started. It is gonna be really, really cool. It's gonna be so cool and so awesome. I hope y'all like this base idea I've had. I'm a pretty big fan of this idea. I think it'll be a cool home base for us to hang out in. Does this connect back down? Just out of curiosity, does it? Yeah, it could. It could. I don't think it does, but it could. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool base idea. That's all I really got to say. I'm gonna go grab my Litematica schematic, and after that, we'll get back together and start digging a big hole. Because that's what everyone does with their favorite beloved YouTubers. Is, you know, they enjoy digging big holes. Who doesn't? Who doesn't enjoy a big hole? All right, one trip at our little XP/drown farm later. Get a little bit of copper on us, and we also finally got a trident from that thing, which is kind of cool. Yeah. I was just looking at the damage numbers on this, and like 9 damage versus 8 damage. I might have to. We might be investing in trident stocks. I won't lie to you, dude. Like, at least trying. I've never really messed around with tridents too much because, like, honestly, the enchantments are a bit underwhelming for it. But like, if I can get normal sword enchants on this thing, then I don't know. We might be cooking. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and zip on over here to our project site. We got our tools. I mean, our shovel's still in kind of shabby shape. I am dumb. I forgot the most important thing that we need right now, which is that bad boy right there. That's not true. The most important thing we need right now is a singular stick, but we will get that after we finish moving our who's a McCullet. Oh, hush you. Insane how long it takes to break that thing, even with haste. Need to build a gold farm in the future. I'm thinking of using gold more. I know, like, you know, everyone's got like their signature redstone block, you know, that they do all their redstone on kind of deal, you know. And like, I like using gold or just blocks in general to mark out places where I'm gonna build and stuff. And I might do that with gold because 1, it's easy to get. 2, it stands out really well. And 3, it's just really pretty. It's just a pretty block that I like. It looks nice. I mean, look at that. They did a great job on the texture for this. Like, just looking at it, you can practically feel like the smoothness of the metal. It's a super nice look. You know, we could always be like an epic, discredited, buried 6 feet beneath YouTube headquarters YouTube. You know, we got our butter blocks, dude. We got our butter blocks. Type 1 does Minecraft. Whoa. Jeez. No, if I ever become big and famous on YouTube, I become that much of a degenerate. Not for like the butter thing, but you know, for everything else Adam did. Yeah, y'all have like full permission to just hunt me for sport. Like, it'll be warranted. I will not blame you in the slightest. I mean, like, legally you probably shouldn't, because I don't want like any of my followers to go to jail for anything. But you know. Oh, built these stairs and I can't even use them properly. just gonna build up a little bit here, and then we're gonna do boop, and it's gonna be a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Frick. Double frick. Triple frick comes because now we have to use our last rocket to fly up. And now I have to land on a 1-block wide landing strip. Whoa, I'm so good at video game that I can totally do this. Check this out. I'm not allowed to say the words that I want to say on the YouTube.com. 2, 3, 4. I think if I said the words that I want to say on the YouTube.com, their stupid AI robot Vivo Levita would hunt me down and take my skin for his own nefarious, evil robot needs, such as blending into human society and paying taxes and working a desk job, because that's what we humans do. That's what every robot dreams of doing. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, dude. I'm just kind of rambling to fill space while I set up this beacon. Please do forgive me. I am of soft brain, but strong kind heart. Boop, 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 boop. Now call again. Boop, 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 boop. I gotta say, building a beacon with the exact amount of blocks, it feels a lot like baking to me. Because, whenever you're baking, you'll look at something and be like, there's no way this is the right amount of ingredients for the recipe I'm making. And then, you finish the recipe and it's just like, holy crap, how did that even work? Right? It's just the math just, on paper, the math makes sense, but, ethereally, it's just what? I kind of feel that way about beacons. Can I do this with copper? Another... Oh, I was gonna say another waste for copper, but imagine if you could use copper blocks for a freaking beacon, dude, that'd be insane. Everyone and their dog would be running around with these things in their back pockets. Okay, let's, since I am the world's least prepared person, genuinely, I don't know how I get to work in the morning, dude, without forgetting everything. That's not true. I forget my earbuds, once a week, so, Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Whenever you're building the beacon, it just feels like 2 stacks and 36, that doesn't feel like it's enough for a maximum beacon. There's no way that's the full amount of blocks for the full thing, but then you get to the end, and it's just how on earth did that check out? That just does not feel real. But, hey, lo and behold, totally is. Anyways, baking metaphor, because I've been baking like crazy lately. That has been, my big thing. Hey, more gold blocks. We'll take these to use, I suppose, as fuel for the beast. Yes, 6 left over here. Ah, make some. Wah. Nah. Actually, instead of breaking down a gold block, why don't we get rid of some of these nuggets? Because these are annoying. You know what? I think I'm going to need more than that, so I'm just going to turn all this into... Yeah, I've been baking a lot lately. I don't really know why I got into it. It's kind of like a hobby, but... Oh, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Give me a second. Ladies and germs, I have a small issue that I need to deal with. By small issue, I mean the devil. Cool. Yeah, no, I've been making a lot of stuff. What all have I made? I don't know, what I don't really have a singular thing that set me down this path. R40, nice. like, I already had to do some baking just for my job in general, because I work in a kitchen, and, like, there's some things that we need to have on the menu that we make in-house. Like, we got, like, these banana chocolate chip muffins, which are pretty alright. You know, I gotta make those, like, every weekend for the Monday, you know, lunch special, or no, breakfast special, that's what it is, the breakfast special. And, like, I was already doing a little bit of baking, you know, I did that, made brownies sometimes for menus and stuff, but, like, it's never anything complicated. But, like, I don't know, one day I was just like, hey, I know this old spinach dip recipe, I'm gonna go ahead and make this spinach dip because it's easy and good. And then I made said spinach dip, and then I was just like, well, wait a minute, I can make whatever I want. I don't need to ask for things to be brought on the truck or anything. I can just make stuff. And I kind of just started making stuff, you know, like, it just kind of clicked with me that, hey, you got free will, use it, do stuff. I was just like, oh, you're so right, brain, you're so right. Anyway, so that's how I got my groove back. But, you know, now that I think about it, I don't actually know how to do this. I've never placed a skip. The danger. Oh yeah, one other change. We're in hard mode permanently forever. I didn't want to, like, wuss out and go into peaceful and accidentally, like, destroy my iron farm, so we're stuck like this for 1,000,000 billion years. I'm also totally not the type of person to make, like, a super devastating lag farm at any point, really, so, you know, any lag issues we might have will come from either, you know, like, a bad update for the game, or me making one too many big builds or something. Anyways, yeah, baking. I like baking. It puts my mind at ease and it helps me focus, and I enjoy making stuff. Like, I was working on a cheesecake recipe, which I did make the cheesecake, just plain cheesecake, but it came out pretty nice for my first ever cheesecake. And the crust, I was trying to make a family recipe, which called for vanilla wafers. Didn't end up making that one in particular, because that cake was complicated, and I didn't want to do that as my first cheesecake and screw it up and, you know, bring shame to my family's name, blah, 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 you know. I want to do my family proud where I can, what little I can do. And, no, I was just like, oh, man, boss, I need you to order some vanilla wafers. And she's like, yeah, I can go pick you up some, and, you know, I'll have them on, like, in, like, a few days. I was just like, wait, hold the phone. I can just make vanilla wafers, dude. Like, it's, like literally the easiest thing in the world. It's, like, 6 ingredients. It's so simple. It takes, like, 20 minutes to bake. It's insane. And they're also really good. Not very vanilla-y, though. They always came out more like sugar cookies than, like, actual, like, store-bought vanilla wafers. They don't got that vanilla taste, really. But they're super good. And I was able to, like, grind them down and use them for the cheesecake crust, which was really tasty. It was nice. Just today, I made a recipe myself. Like, I just made my own recipe for honey nut muffins. And that's, like, the first thing I've made across the last couple months that I personally really like. I've liked a lot of the stuff I've made. Peanut butter brownies, caramel sea salt chocolate chip cookies, like, the, you know, plain cheesecake. Like, I like the stuff I made, but, like, usually, I don't know, there's always something that's just, like, not quite for me, personally, which is weird, because I'm really not that picky about sweets, usually, but I guess when I know what I'm doing and making and putting my heart and soul into it, I'm a little more picky about it. But dang, dude, these muffins came out so good, and they were so easy to make. I'm really surprised the recipe worked out as well as it did, like, first try. But, like, the measurements were good, and I don't know, I just went with it, and it was awesome. And they were so freaking delicious. I got, like, 4 of them today while I was at work. And I was just like, I need to leave before I just eat all of these and sell nothing. Okay, so load schematic. This one. Ignore those. Those are previous options. As you can see here, we are working with 18,000 blocks. It's 131 blocks wide, 41 blocks tall, and 131 blocks long. I mean, it's round, so, like, length width is the same, but, you know, whatever. Or symmetrical would probably be better. All right. Wow, I'm nervous. I'm in the all above render layer mode. Okay, so oh, it's all pink. It's all, oh dear lord. How do I move this? Because I need this to be. I think I found a slight issue in that, firstly, where the heck did the freaking schematic? There it is. The freaking pink zone, dude. Good lord. Yeah, slight issue. Let's see if we can correct this up here. I hadn't really considered, this. This is, bad, is what it is. It is bad. And I'm really not all that familiar with Litematica. I mean, like, honestly, all the building mods that I use... Oh, hey, look, there it is. And all of its glory for y'all. Big dome! Okay, I mean, it's not gonna have all that crap in the middle, but... It's gonna be really sick, and we're making it out of mossy cobble to start. Remember, this is just the skeleton, okay? We're gonna decorate it, we're gonna pretty up the walls and build paths, and it's gonna be really cool and really good. But they have to get there first. So I wonder if I do, like, because it doesn't matter which side it comes from, right? But if we do it, does that help? No, that really doesn't help. I'm so confused because I don't know how I can do this and get it down, because I need it down so I can start working. Is that shrimp? Get away from me, nerd. Okay, so like that. No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm bad and dumb at video game. If you can believe that, the big true. I think what we're gonna need to do is combine, like, reach the corner piece of these two. Oh, this is so annoying. Give me just a second. I'll get right back to y'all. Yeah, see, look, there's the glowstone block I used to center this build. Now I just need to figure out how to make that center down, you know, freaking down there in that hole. Yeah, give me just a second. I'll get right back with y'all while I figure out how to do this, because this is confusing. I mean, it's not really confusing. I guess I understand why it's not acting the way it is. Get away from me. Get away from me, dummy. So we'll go figure this out, and once I get this straightened out, I'll get right back with y'all, and it will be epic and awesome and swag, and y'all will love what we're doing, and I will love what I'm doing, and life will be good and full of whimsy and magic. Yeah. Alright, I think, through the power of a mighty little stick, we have solved our issue. I do believe this should be lined up now. So bare minimum, what I'd like to do today, aside from scream, shout, and about 36 other different things, is at least start getting some of this dug out. Y'all have seen the proof of concept. Y'all have seen what's happening. This is gonna be a multi-episode thing. Like, I'm sorry, but there's no way around it. Also, God, it's so pink. I need to see if I can, like, adjust this real quick. Hold on. I don't want that. It's just as a way to make it, like, less jarring. Okay, I don't know what those are, so I'm gonna stop messing with them. Yeah, I just... Oh, wait, colors, hold on. Let's see, schematic. Okay, that's not it, clearly. Oh, is it this one? That did not appear to be that one. I see. We're gonna go ahead and reset that as well. Well, this is the right thing. Make it blue, make it the blue zone. But see, that's just like awful still down here. So like the second water is introduced, it is just so much worse. Help me. Help me. It didn't even fully work. Not that it matters out there, I mean past the thing here. Because this is where the magic happened. I am so scared right now. I can't tell anything. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Yeah, there's a devil in these waters. We're gonna go ahead and reset that. I don't care, dude. Just turn it all pink again. Okay. So let me see something. We should just about, yeah, it's like one more over. Okay, that's not bad. We're pretty darn close, I would say, and this should be like dead in the center. Which, once we get this like turned into our base, like this might be a permanent fixture for the beacon, is like underneath but straight in the middle, because that'd be just like really cool. Let's see, did I do something wrong here? Oh, yes, please. I think that, does that do what I think it does? No. No, it does not. I'll go ahead and just reset that then. We'll just leave that as is. Colors, so the red. Jeez, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not familiar with Litematica. I am... Which one was it? Visuals. Let's turn that off for a second. I'm a dumb dummy. I suppose it's because of the conduit that's making it look weird, because... Hold on. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, there it is. I was saying, like, it didn't just, like, destroy our conduit, did it? Okay, so 5, 3, 2, 1. Blackout. Okay. Config... Okay, no, it's still just like actually nightmarish. So what I think the plan is we're gonna build the walls. So basically, here's the gist. Okay. Let me get back up top so I can talk this out with y'all. Honestly, I just want to get a video out for y'all so you know I'm not just like screwing around. I mean, I don't want to just abandon y'all. It goes that deep over there? Dang. Glow squids is crazy. How far down is that? Dang. It goes like all the way down over here. Holy moly. Anyways, let me see if I can focus for more than 3 seconds, dude. I swear I don't have ADHD. I just get distracted really easy. I'm just extremely dumb. Look away from the shiny things. Look at that shiny thing. That one's your friend. So, I want to get this video out, but what I'm thinking we're going to do is we're going to build the outer wall until there's a clear separation between bodies of water. And then, unfortunately, we're going to have to get 5 million sponge, which is going to suck eggs. But I think that is just, like, probably the best option, unfortunately. Because it's like, jeez, where's the red go? I wish I could disable this pink. That would be ideal. Okay, but, like, here's the red, and down, and down. Okay, so comes a decent ways down. Yeah. Well, hold on. If we do that, does that? Oh, thank you, Lord have mercy. That is so much better. Get out of my face. And get out of my face, bro. Stop. Spawn more often down here. Okay. So yeah, I think that's gonna be our plan. Which isn't like the most unreasonable thing in the world. I mean, we have a starting spot, right? So why don't we go ahead and like get started on some building? I suppose I should just like keep that stuff and get that there. And let's go grab some of our stuff. Really hoping to start from like the ground up, but like life comes at you fast, you know, as Ferris Bueller likes to say. That's my goat right there, my problematic king. I don't know how people do this just like so casually, dude. Like, them Hermitcraft dudes, they're crazy. I wish I could build as fast as they seem to. I mean, I know sometimes they'll put out videos for, like, literally months. Well, not really months, but, like, literally weeks. Yeah, so if we do, like, that, it's gonna be like, whoa, that's terrible and bad, and I hate it. Okay, just make sure I remember how this mod works. Why? I keep being stuck. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, that's cool. I mean, you know, I say that being so amazed by the Hermitcraft guys, but it's like, also at the same time, like, that's why I'm even doing this kind of stuff, you know? I mean, like, outside of maybe like a childish dream of, oh, maybe one day I could be one of them, you know? Like, yeah, dude, okay, and you're also gonna be a Major League Baseball player. Like, unlikely to happen, but as cool as it would be, I'm also just really inspired by those guys. Like, really, just true artists all around, and I adore their work. And their work ethic, dude, like, God, to be able to build half as good and half as quick as them, I would be so happy with myself. And, you know, like, again, maybe it's childish. I mean, like, I'm a grown adult, you know, I'm older than the freaking universe, and I'm out here idolizing a bunch of guys playing the freaking, you know, the freaking Legos, playing virtual Legos, essentially, but I don't know, dude, like, their stuff makes me really happy, and they're really good at what they do, and I just, I want to be like that, you know? I want to be inspiring and make people happy and good at what I do. I think maybe we should start with digging. I'm maybe getting ahead of myself here. I'm not entirely sure how to start this. This is so much. But you know, like, I'm not anything particularly special. I'm just a fella who likes Minecraft probably more than what's good for me if you ask any of my friends, but I don't know, man. I want to put stuff out there. I want people to wake up and see a new Type 1 upload and go, "Oh, sick, I'm going to watch this later and it's going to make my day just a little bit better." You know, and see what our good buddy Type 1 is building today, and you know, it'd just be cool. It'd be cool. I feel like maybe I did something worthwhile with my life, you know? Maybe it's dumb. Maybe it's a dumb dream. I don't know, dude. I'm not freaking Dream King, master of knowing everything. Like, I don't know. I just want to make people happy that I exist, which maybe that's a little selfish, but if my selfishness can make someone's day a little brighter, then so be it, you know? Not to mention, I'd also like to be a big, massive, rich YouTuber so I could buy my parents a nice house and cool stuff like that, you know? I mean, that'd be pretty sick. But, you know, that's a physical thing. And, you know, you can't take those with you after you die. But I'd like to think you can take the feelings that you lived with after you die, kind of deal. You, sir, are ruining my moment. Can you stop? Thank you. Yeah, sure is a good thing that I like to dig, I guess. I hate to waste resources, but like at this point, I don't really care, dude. Whatever, take them. Yeah, cause we'll come back and do some terraforming later. But yeah, you know, I've been watching Hermitcraft for how long? I'm trying to think. Like, honestly, not as long as some people have. I started watching like Etho. I've always watched. Like for years, I've watched Etho. Well, like all the way back in the Minecraft days, I watched Etho. I mean, you know, I've fallen off and on, you know, like, watching his stuff. It's like, I'm not a consistent viewer, you know. I have my own personal trends with who I'm super into with YouTube at the time, you know, hyperfixate on one particular YouTuber's content, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like, I've watched him forever, and then... I'm trying to think if he was even... Yeah, no, he totally was the reason I got into Hermitcraft in the first place. He must have been. No, he wasn't, because I remember Tango, old Tango Tech himself, that was the reason I got into this, because that was another YouTuber, he was another one that I watched, like, a bajillion years ago. I'm pretty sure he's the same guy that I watched way back when. Either that or mistook him for, you know, I had, like, the world's greatest mistake and found, like, one of my favorite YouTube series, but... There was a dude on YouTube who made, like, silly YouTube mods, like giant killer fire-breathing chicken kind of stuff, just basic Java mods, nothing too fancy. But they're always really fun. I really liked watching them when I was younger. And then I, like, totally forgot who the YouTuber was, because, you know, I'm freaking stupid. I'm dumb as a rock. And then one day I came across Tango's stuff, and I was just like, hey, hold the phone. Hold the phone. I think I know this guy. And I was watching his stuff. I started watching Hermitcraft in, like, season... I'm trying to think. I think it was season 8. Maybe. Honestly, at this point, I'm not even 100% sure. But yeah, like, I mean, as y'all have seen from my own playstyle, and maybe you've picked up from my more artistic leanings instead of, you know, like, number leanings. I'm not a math guy. I'm definitely not a redstone guy. That is far too similar to programming for me to personally work with. It hurts my brain. I have some basics under my belt, but I also have, like, the basics of algebra under my belt. So, like, you know, not a lot you can say there, really, in comparison. But, you know, I'm much more of an artsy guy as per, you know, my building and my writing and pretty much anything I do. I am not a math guy. I'm not a numbers guy. You do not ask me for numbers. You will not have a good time unless it's just like adding something together, because I'm weirdly good at that. Shout out Dyscalculo, world's greatest freaking learning disorder. It's very sick. Even though I didn't specifically know I had that back when I was in, like, high school, I'm so glad people were patient enough with me to give me the attention I needed to pass. But yeah, I'm just not built for numbers, but I am built for building, and due to that, I leaned more into the, you know, the builders of Hermitcraft, which, frankly, I feel also has some of the stronger personalities as well. Like, I don't remember when I started watching, I mean, I basically, like, the two I watch the most, it's like Green and Joel. I watch them, like, religiously. Though, you know, Joel's a new YouTuber, or not a new YouTuber, God, no. New Hermitcrafter, but Green's been around forever. But, like, I watch theirs, like every time. I've watched a lot of Scar's stuff. I watch a lot of Pearl. I watch a little bit of Jim's stuff, but I haven't, like, clicked with her quite as hard as I have some of the others, unfortunately, even though she's a very good builder. I do want to go watch more of her Season 10 stuff, because she does, I definitely like the style that she's been building in. But yeah, I mean, like, due to that, I have unfortunately moved away a little bit from YouTubers I used to follow. You know, like, I don't watch Ethos stuff quite as much, because I love his buildings, and I love his Let's Play series, but it's just, like, dude, like, he starts going on about his redstone machines, and I'm so lost, and my brain just turns to mush. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm watching. I feel like I'm watching a Khan Academy video, and it's, like, really cool stuff, but I'm just not wired to get it, you know? And I think that's okay, because I still appreciate the content. I appreciate, like, the legacy that these creators have, even if their content isn't quite for me anymore. Yeah, like I said, you know, it's just like, I know it's incredibly unrealistic to ever think about, like, even coming close to being on their level, let alone, like, interacting with them in any real way. But if I could come close to doing the kind of stuff they do with this platform, or, you know, anything I create, like, I would be really happy with that. And not like a one-for-one, you know. I don't want to, you know, hit like 10,000 subs and be like, whoa, guys, I'm starting my own SMP, and it's going to be really epic and cool, and, you know, and that kind of crap. Like, I'm not going to freaking, you know, be a total wannabe kind of thing. No, I want to do my own thing, but I want it to be as good as it can be, and I want it to bring, like, a little bit of, like, a spark of happiness to the people who really enjoy it, in the same way that the content creators who've affected me the most, you know, have done for me. It's like, I know YouTube is, like, you know, saying you're a YouTuber as a job is, like, I don't know, it's like, it's kind of hard to explain. It's gotten easier over time for people, but, like, just conceptually, like, yeah, I make video game videos for people, and they watch them and like my content, and I get, you know, 1,000 Google dollars for it. Is, like, crazy, right? Like, it's crazy that that's, like, a job you can do if you're, like, get lucky enough. But, like, I'd like to be lucky enough. I'd like to be able to make people happy with my content, and also be able to do something I quite enjoy for a living, you know? while I do like my current, full-time job, full-time work is not something that agrees with me personally. I am, unfortunately, rather averse to a lot of things involving work, such as waking up. Not a fan of that one. Very bad about that one. Tardiness truly is my greatest enemy. It's like I keep rambling. I feel like I keep going back to the same points, but that's all I really want. I'm a simple fella, and I want to make this big, dumb, bowl-shaped mega build, and maybe it'll be cool enough and big enough that people will pay a little bit of attention, and I'll be able to show them a lot of other cool things that I can do, and people will like it and like me, and it'll be mutually beneficial because they'll be maybe a little bit happier, and I'll be a little bit happier, and maybe just spread that around the world, dude? Wanting to make people happy, I don't think that's a bad thing. Even if it's a little bit selfish, a little bit selfish intent here, but I'm not gonna lampshade that at all. It's not really something I have, like, at least me personally, I've never seen a ton of YouTubers talk about it, but it's just like, yeah, making content for people to enjoy is an incredible thing, especially if you're really passionate about it, but being able to make people happy with your content, now that's special, Because, like, I could say that, like, I enjoy Marvel movies, I enjoy Marvel movies, and they are, they're decent content. Some of them are good content, not all of them, especially in recent years. But on the other hand, like, just because you like a movie or a show or an influencer or a podcaster, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that their content makes you happy, right? Like, enjoyment does not equal happiness. It just means you feel like there was a good distraction for a while. And that's not what I want. I want to be a happy guy making happy content, and talking about dumb stuff that I love, and playing my dumb block game obsessively for far too many hours of the day, and writing my silly little story that I think is, totally revolutionary and absolutely original 100%, because every writer thinks they aren't derivative. I mean, that's all I want. I want to put more happiness into the world, because, frankly, we need it right now, more than ever. It's hard times, dude. People need to smile more. I mean, like, also, people need to, eat and live and not be terribly oppressed and have awful things done to them just for who they happen to be born as, but, like, unfortunately, I'm no Superman. I can't do it all, But I can help. And I don't think that's, the worst thing to try and do.